What's going on, everybody? This is Cy from Forge Physio, and today we are going over knee extension. So I am on a plate-loaded knee extension machine that we have here at our location. If you're at a commercial gym, or maybe some of you have option for a cable system that has like the weight selector, we prefer that typically because you have constant tension throughout the range of motion. Or if you have a home gym and you have a way to rig that up, that works great. But for the sake of the video, a lot of people are using these like more budget-friendly home setups, and we want to go through a couple different variations that we use it for in terms of knee extension. So the traditional setup is going to be, I'm going to be moving my legs throughout a full range of motion and isolating my quads with knee extension. But we use this with a lot of people that are coming off of injuries or people that have knee irritability. So a lot of times what we're gonna do is we're gonna limit range of motion to the bottom half of the range. So if I'm seated and my knees bent to roughly 90, I would go halfway up and come back to that bottom position nice and slow. So that would be like the bottom half, right? So I'm not going past 45-degree angle. And then over time, we could cue you to kind of work past that position and get further and further and further up until you're working all the way straight. The other option that we can do is just a full range of motion, which is what I demonstrated at the beginning, to where we're moving through a full range of motion. And the third option is an isometric, and we do this a lot as well. So if you're using one of the cable systems that has the weight selector, you're gonna take the weight selector, you're gonna max the machine out, so that way when you go to push, the machine doesn't move. If you have a setup like this, it has a knob that you pull, and then essentially we swing this arm around to the back side of the pin here, so that when we go to push on it, it doesn't move. It gives us a solid system to push into, and that way we would just be doing an isometric to where our knees pushing as hard as we possibly can. And then sometimes we ask that you guys change the angle. So on this one, it's a little bit easier than the cable system, but I can essentially pull the pin, change my knee angle, and then I'm pushing into that movable object again. And then the duration of your hold, all those types of things, it's gonna vary from person to person and injury to injury. So take a look at your programming to check out the what your prescription is,